Hello, welcome to episode 12 of our mentorship class today. Today, I'll be talking about how much money one can make for farming plantain for 1 year in just 1 acre of land. Before going into plantain farming, it is better to understand what one stands to benefit from plantain farming. No one goes into farming without thinking of the kind of profit he stands to make when farming. He needs to know, everyone needs to know. Now, as your coach and as your mentor, it is better I make you understand what profit you stand to gain if you need to farm a plantain farming just 1 acre. This will give you insight into what you will stand to benefit, what you stand to gain, or this will give you insight to calculate in case you want to farm more than 1 acre of plantain. If I'm able to expose to you what you stand to gain from 1 acre of plantain, then you can be able to estimate the cost of running plantain farm according to your financial size. Once I've finished exposing what you make from 1 acre, you can use this estimation or calculation to know what you can farm, how much acres you can farm. For example, someone is asking, if I have 500,000, what do I stand to benefit from that 500,000? Okay, people wants to know how much do somebody make from 1 acre of land, so that they will be able to calculate how many acres of plantain farming they can farm. Some have the capacity of farming 10 acres, but because of ignorance or because they are not exposed to what they will make for 1 acre or the cost implication of farming 1 acre, they make decision amiss. Instead of farming that 10 acres, you find some of them farming just 5 acres and some of them farming 20 acres. At the end of the day, those who are farming above the size of their pocket cannot finance what it takes to run the acre, the number of the size of plantain farming that they have occupied. Now, today, after listening to this topic today, you will understand that you will know how to make your estimation, or you know what you use to, the amount that it takes to farm a certain a size of acre, so that you can calculate what your money can farm for that year. Now, let me make another illustration. Someone is intending to farm plantain farming. He has 5 million, but he does not know exactly what that 5 million can cover. So, this topic will expose you to what 1 million, or to what the costs of farming 1 acre of plantain farming, so that you will now multiply it and understand what if your 5 million can farm up to 10 acres, or if your 5 million can farm up to 3 acres, or if your 5 million can farm up to 20 acres of plantain farming, so that you will know the profit you will stand to gain from that 5 million you have to invest in plantain farming. For those who just have 1 million, by listening to this topic, you will understand what that 1 million will give you after this expose. Now, here's the breakdown. This breakdown gives you an estimate of the costs involved in planting and maintenance of a 1 acre plantation farm, as well as the potential revenue and the profit margin. Now, listen to the breakdown so that you know the cost implication of farming 1 acre of land and the profit margin you stand to benefit. Now, you are going to hear the costs and the revenue that you get. Then you now get the profit that you get from just 1 acre of plantain farming. Here we go. 1 acre of land plantain suckers spacing, assuming you are going to use a spacing of 6.5, that is 6.5 feet, to plant all the farm with just 1 acre of land. Now, that 6.5 will enable you to plant 1,041 suckers in the entire 1 acre. You are going to plant 1,041 suckers in that entire 1 acre. Now, when you are going to harvest that 1,041 acre, you will you make nothing less than 3.6 million. Just estimated cost. Many are going to make above that, while some will make less, a little less. But now here the proper estimation, so that you will not miss your investment plan. Now, market selling price for one plantain when there is off season is about 4,000. So we say 5,000, so we say 4,500, so we say 4,000, and so we say 3,500. But in average, most sellers sell for 4,000 per plantain for the large size. And this plantain, when you get a larger size of plantain, you will be able to estimate what you sell or what you make in that farm. That is the reason why I've been teaching on how to make. I'll be giving some insights or analysis on how to make your farm, how to set up your farm, or how to make your farm. Well, I'm still going to be teaching about plantain, how to cultivate plantain from scratch to finish, but it's going to be gradual. But because we are in planting season or rainy season, it is very, very essential that I talk about what everyone stands to benefit from 1 acre of plantain farming, so that you can be able to estimate the your investments, the amount you have, and what size of plantain farm you should cultivate. Now, in continuation about the breakdown, we are going. You will be considering a farm preparation. That is number one thing to talk about. Clearing of your farm. I'm going to use my experience around where the cost implication, where around the area where I have my farm. Clearing of land here is about 25,000 to 30,000 for 1 acre. Take note of that. Now, you're going to use clearing of land. You use 30,000. Then chemical. For chemical, you are going to buy 4 cartons of chemical. 4 cartons of chemical from start to finish. From when it is sucker to finish, I mean herbicide. You are going to buy 4 cartons of herbicide. There are different herbicides to farm your plantain farm. There is paraphos. There is Force Up. Force Up, not paraphos, because we don't use paraphos. Force Up, that's the slow killing chemical. That is the best chemical for plantain farming. You can buy 4 cartons of Force Up. A carton is about the 4 carton is 240,000. Now I've told you clearing 30,000, 4 cartons of paraphos 240,000. Tree killing chemical. In case your farm is having trees, you are going to have a tree killing chemical, which is aminophos. But if it's not a tree area, you don't need aminophos. You just use labor. You just use a labor to clear. So whether you are clearing or you are using a tree killing chemical, have it in mind that you are not going to spend more than 43,000. Tree killing chemical, 2 bottles is about 6,500 or 6,000 naira per bottle, and you buy 2 plus labor 30,000. Then is everything is about 42,000, right? Yeah, 42,000. Then okay, no, I estimated amino force to be 13,000 for 2 bottles. Everything will be 43,000. So the total you have used so far, clearing chemical that you are buying, then tree killing chemical, you're going to be having 303,000, 313,000. Now planting of suckers, you need about 1,041 sucker for 1 acre. Now you are going to buy suckers. The highest amount you can get sucker to buy is 250,000, 250 naira. Some sell 200 naira, some sell 100 naira, some sell 150 naira. It depends. Some will say, when I sell to you, I will transport it to your farm. So it all depends. It varies. But the highest amount you can spend for to bring suckers to your farm is 250 naira per suckers, per sucker. Now, if you calculate that or you estimate that, you're spending 260,250 naira. 260,250 naira for sucker, purchase of suckers. Now, for labor, you are going to be spending planting labor to plant 1 acre. You're going to be spending nothing more than 50,000 to plant 1 acre. To use one labor to plant 1 acre, spend 50,000 naira. They will plant it for you. Then the total so far is 310,250 naira. That's the total so far. I'm still making analysis of the costs of farming 1 acre of plantain farm. Spraying of plantain farming, you use labor. Per spraying of the acre, highest is 10,000 naira to spray just 1 acre. Highest is 10,000 naira.